And welcome to the Movie Madhouse. I'm Rob.
I'm James.
I'm Jason.
And it's us.
Yeah, just us.
Just us tonight.
Yep.
Nice.
And we're still in studio.
Right?
Yay.
So far.
Which is weird.
This is totally not a green screen copied background to make it look like I am here.
Yep.
Oh, okay. I got to bring this up because I just discovered that this movie existed like a few weeks ago, and then it was on one of the movie channels yesterday. Benchwarmers 2.
Why was there a 2?
Because there were so many unanswered questions from the first one. Okay.
Right?
Like, you remember Benchwarmers?
Unfortunately.
Okay. I actually enjoyed Benchwarmers a lot. It was silly kid fun. Give it what it was. Okay. I realize it's by far not great in any way, but it's a lot of fun. And my kids.
This guy is fucking stupid.
Well, where'd that come from?
Benchwarmers 2 exists, and it came out apparently 2 or 3 years ago. It stars Chris Klein, and I was physically getting upset watching it. I literally shut it off within 10 minutes.
Wow.
But the thing that put it over the edge for me, okay, the beginning made no sense, and like, because Chris Klein's like this up and coming baseball star, and then he gets hit in the nuts with a fastball, and that apparently his life went to shit after that. He goes to his ex-wife's house to pick up their son. You see him walk up to a house, so they had a location. You see her open the door, which could be a set, I don't know. But every time the camera angle, she's inside the door, he's standing on the front porch. He was obviously fucking green screened.
Yeah.
Like blatantly obvious green screened in the doorway.
Yep.
We saw him walk up to a house. What?
But that means outside that house, when they were doing the interior shots, was studio. And you can't have that.
So yeah, that was just the last straw within the first 5 to 10 minutes.
At least they didn't do what House 4 did. And that's where they walk up to this house. It's got huge honking pillars, this great big oak door, solid with a knocker on it, right? They open the door and walk in. They cut to the interior shot where they close it, and the curtain over the window moves as they close the door. There
was no window.
It's a solid oak door on the outside.
Okay.
But the inside apparently has a window.
Continuity what?
What? That's French for sure. It looks good.
Yeah, I just had to share that because, oh, my man. Wow. That is only the second film that I have shut off and not gone back to.
Well, hey, there's Nathan. Nathan, I got your message probably a day after you posted it. He sent me a message. I'm free. I can talk. And I saw it. It's like, oh, so Nathan, yes, I am here now. This allows me to bring something up.
Sure.
Okay.
How are you feeling, Jason, with the news right now attacking Kevin Smith?
Those people that are attacking Kevin Smith, I assume you're for the blowback for his Masters of the Universe. Those people can go fuck themselves.
Attacking Kevin Smith?
Not about the show, about his promotion of it.
Oh, the whole lying thing? Well, did you want him to give fucking spoilers? And then you'd be more pissed off. Oh, he already spoiled everything. The guy actually kept his mouth shut, sort of, for once. And you want to badmouth him for it?
Is it because from what I've heard about the cliffhanger?
No. Everybody was saying, is it Tila centric? Which it is. But it made sense for the story that it is.
People are having a big fit because they're going, this is Masters of the Universe with no He-Man.
But that's just it. It's Masters of the Universe, not He-Man and Masters of the Universe.
That's very true.
That's the point
Because
of
the
it.
cartoon was He-Man and the
And
Masters
if
of the
you've
Universe.
watched it, and I've now watched it twice because I watched it again yesterday through a green prism, which is the way Kevin meant it to be watched. That and I live tweeted it. That's having fun. You can see the writing on the wall. You know where they're going with that story. So
now I have not watched it, so I've got no dog in this
if
fight.
you watch it, you'll see the signs of where they're going with it.
The only other thing that I saw that I kind of backed the people with is it showed Kevin with a bunch of promotional material.
Mm-hmm.
Only character on all this promotional material was He-Man.
Okay.
And
that's weird, but all right.
Yeah, and that's the only thing I can get behind him. If you're going to promote a show, it's like putting Drew Barrymore on the poster for Scream.
Oh, yeah. But they did the exact thing.
They did that exact thing. They did that in all of the first 3 Scream movies. They put a big name out front to kill them off.
Jada Pinkett Smith for 2. Yeah.
And for number 3, you have Cotton Weary, who finally gets a role, you think, a big role in a Scream movie and gets killed off.
Right,
spoiler, but the movie's like 20 years old.
Okay, I'm going to throw the spoiler out there because you can already tell from what I've already said what happens with this series, but they did the same thing. Yeah, here's He-Man. Here's He-Man right out front at the beginning. And then He-Man's gone by the end of the first episode because of what happens.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they did the same thing. They drew Barrymore at He-Man, but it worked.
And that's what I mean. I reserve all judgment until I've actually watched the show. You know,
the show does this masterful blend of giving you that 80s Saturday morning cartoon feel, and then here's some adult stuff. Here the this is dad's playing time now. You know, with the dialogue, with some of the violence. Trapjaw getting a saw to the face, like stuff like that. You know, I loved it. I love every moment of it. I can't wait for the second half. And so people that want to badmouth Kevin, they can fuck off.
There we go. Jason has spoken.
That's right.
Nathan says every Bruce Willis of recent years is exactly like that.
Kind
of true. Absolutely. Okay.
Popping up in a lot of indie stuff. Have you noticed that?
He's just looking to keep working. I don't want to stay home. Okay. Now we get to what we're doing here. Recasting League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
This was fun, but I struggled hard. As I hope you guys did too.
A little bit, because it's been a while since I watched it.
Oh no, I struggled particularly. How do you replace Connery? We're not going to go there yet, obviously. But how do you replace Connery?
I went with not trying to go with Connery and just someone of similar age, stature, comparable notability. Okay. We'll get to it, but that was the hardest part for me, was replacing Connery.
I think you'll see what I did when we get there.
Okay.
So we are going to start out at the bottom with Dante.
Yes. Now, for those people who might, who's Dante? He was M's lead henchman.
He's never named.
Adam. He's not named, but he's the one that saves M earlier in the movie. Run, James! And then he's the guy who drinks the vial of Jekyll formula and overdoses.
And I looked and I had forgotten who it was, but it's this actor named Max Ryan. And the only other thing I'd seen him in was, you remember the Jason Statham Death Race remake?
Yes, I love that movie.
Okay, remember how he ends up in prison in the first place? The guy
who killed his wife?
The guy who killed his wife, who he meets again in prison. I
thought that was him.
That's him.
I thought that was him. Okay.
Nathan said, love that movie. I'm a fan of the old law of the characters in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that old-timey turn of the century steampunk thing and all those classic fairy tale characters coming together. It was these were comic book characters before there were comic books. So, it's a great story. It works.
Yeah, basically.
So, my pick for Dante, I wanted somebody who could be intimidating, but also pass as not, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Somebody who could sneak through and then show you his bad side. So I went with Jesse Plemons, also known as Meth Damon.
Yeah. Okay. I can see that. That's subtle enough. I can see that.
If you've never seen it, check out Date Night or Game Night. Game Night.
Yep.
Yeah, he was
That's
fantastic
literally what I was
in that,
thinking.
you know, and that's kind of what brought it to mind.
And we're the Millers.
We're the Millers?
Is he in We're the Millers?
He was?
Isn't that
No.
No, not the kid.
No, that's not the kid.
Whoa, who's Jesse Plemons then?
Jesse Plemons, well, he was on Breaking Bad. That's where where he first got the term Meth Damon, because he showed up in the last couple seasons of Breaking Bad.
Oh, that guy.
Yes.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then in Game Night, he was the cop that they didn't invite next door.
Okay.
And then the other thing that he like really shined is Black Mirror. I think it's season 2.
I've heard there was the Star Trek.
Yes, he
Kinda-
made a like an online Star Trek type game, and he pulls people into it unwillingly, kind of thing. It gets very. It was awesome, and he's fantastic. So I think he'd be a good Dante.
Okay, yeah, I can't argue that.
You got James.
Well done.
For Dante, it was one of those that guy roles. So I went with one of those that guy character actors. And I've even read an article where it's like, yeah, he's that guy. Once you see his face, I went with David Morse because he seems to be the second in command in a lot of movies. He was second in command in The Rock to Ed Harris, second in command to
the subtle bad guy in 12 Monkeys.
Yeah.
You're right. He is that guy.
Yeah,
you're right.
Oh, Nathan here. He said, especially during Gray, Captain Nemo's car fucking rocked.
I would love to see someone do a remake of that car, like at a con or something.
Yeah,
that would be friggin' long.
Oh yeah, I'd bring that in. Smurfly.
And he does have a sinister streak to him because you have him in as one of the second in command henchmen in Long Kiss Goodnight, the bad guy in Disturbia. So he can have that menacing, I'm gonna knock your teeth down your stinking throat kind of.
Yeah, a good call on that one.
Barry Darso kind of attitude.
There's to be honest, the henchman type role is pretty easy to fill. There's a lot of great options out there. Just depends on the subtleties that you want to go with, right?
Yeah.
So
well, see, I went subtle in a different way because one of the big shows I liked originally started anyway was Lost.
Okay.
Right. So I went with the indescript little guy, Ian Somerhalder.
Ah, okay.
You know, sure, they did this thing in Vampire Diaries with him and turned him into this killer vampire guy. But when you look at him in Lost, very backgroundy, you know.
Yep.
And that's
he was the annoying, like young adult kind of thing. Yep. As I recall, his death I didn't mind.
No, I was not. There were no tears.
Yeah.
Nope. Okay.
But he was kind of billed that way. So
yeah. Now we're on to Ishmael.
So this is the lead henchman on the good guy side.
Yes. Yeah. Another person who's technically not named.
Oh no, he's named right as soon as you see him.
I think he gets the line of "Call me Ishmael."
Call me Ishmael.
That's right. He does too. That's right. Never mind.
So I wanted to go with somebody who I have seen play so many different versions. So if you needed him to pop a badass out, he will. But in general, he can just be that great, straightforward, every guy. Andy Serkis.
Oh, nice. He was King Kong.
Yeah, well, yeah, he's most known for all his stop motion stuff or his motion.
No. I mean, because he also had a role in King Kong.
Oh, he's had
screen.
He's had and in the
MCU,
Ulysses Claw, and
well, not anymore.
Maybe
he died. Death is permanent in the MCU.
Multiverse, dude. But yeah, I think he'd be a great fit, and he could also bring a little bit more character to the character, you know, because he can definitely turn it up when he needs to.
Very good call.
Mine was, again, it's the second in command on the good guy side. So this it's a UK actor named Vincent Regan, and he was Brad Pitt's second in command on Troy.
Okay.
He was Leonidas' second in command in 300. He has got very intense looking eyes, but he's always just right under the boss.
Oh, that guy.
He's the guy, he gets the spears through the stomach and he just pulls it towards him and slices the guy's head off.
Yep.
Yes. Okay. I remember the guy you're talking. Yes.
Yeah. Troy, I've watched a few times. 300 a lot. So that's where I recognize it. I went with, because it's a sidekick, right? I went with the ultimate sidekick from one of the ultimate franchises.
Jay Muse.
Actually, Kevin Smith.
You're calling Kevin the sidekick?
He doesn't talk.
Call me Snoochies.
No, I went with Kevin McNally.
Oh, nice.
Gibbs from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Captain Jack's second in command.
Oh, okay.
And if you want
okay.
a Sean Connery connection, he was in Entrapment.
Was he? I haven't seen that in a
Yeah.
while. Which
when he tests what's his name, Catherine Zeta-Jones, and like to get that Ching vase or something like that, he's the one she has to get it from, and he tries to kind of beat her in the head or something with it.
I have to watch that again. Okay, now we're on to the next one, and I gotta be honest here. I hadn't watched this movie in forever, so I just pulled the names out of.
Yeah, I'm not sure
IMDb.
which order we're going in.
Right.
Now.
Okay.
Next is M.
Oh, so this is
We're going to the villain.
Going to the
But see, that's
big
just
bad
it.
guy.
I'm starting watching the movie again. I watched it on the weekend, and it's like, well, wait a minute, we got to put the Phantom in here. And I started typing it, and then I got halfway through. It's like delete. Apparently, I didn't remember as much of this movie as I thought I did. So M, and I have to say, man, that guy killed. I can't remember his name.
Richard Roxburgh.
Richard Roxburgh, because I loved him in Moulin Rouge.
Yes.
He played an amazing Duke. Okay.
Mhm.
I can delete him here, but he's still here.
I dislike that movie a lot.
There's he's not a big fan of musicals either.
Good point.
So
And honestly, the first 20 minutes of this movie is so chaotic.
it is.
I almost shut it off when I first watched it. So
I like the very beginning, the very end, and I'll give it credit for reminding me of Your Song by Elton John.
we'll take it.
My favorite scene is the narcoleptic Argentinian singing Roxanne.
Yep.
You know, that growly version of Roxanne just gets me every time.
Well, who is your M?
My M, because I'm campaigning to become the head of his fan club. I'm gonna go with Sharlto Copley.
It's a good call, actually.
Come on, he was a badass villain in Elysium, and I have yet to be
9.
disappointed by anything I've seen from him. So
He was good in 18.
Yes.
Hardcore Henry.
Yes. Multiple
Hardcore
roles.
Henry. You see so many different versions of him because of what he's
Multiverse?
playing.
No,
You got to see it. But now Hardcore Henry's a hard watch because it is all GoPro. It's all first person. So a lot of people get like vertigo and motion sickness from watching it.
Okay.
My friend Brent, we couldn't get past 20 minutes because he couldn't handle it. So it's a tough watch if you have that issue. But otherwise, it is a fucking amazing feat of filmmaking.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
All filmed with GoPros.
I have wanted to see it. It's just one of those, when I have time, I always seem to find something different.
It makes excellent use of Can't Stop Me Now by Queen.
Oh yeah.
Even better than Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah. It's a close race, honestly.
Okay.
It's a close race,
Okay.
but it's pretty awesome.
I'll check it
It
out.
is pretty awesome.
I will check it out.
And Copley, I'm telling you, man, because he's one of only like 3 actors you actually see on the screen, because you never see yourself. You're first person. You are the camera.
Yeah.
So I'm in the movie.
So essentially, yes, you are Henry.
Now I have to watch it.
But yeah, so Sharlto Copley, the man can do no wrong. I think he would crush as M in this movie.
There we go. James.
My main bad guy in this movie, I went with someone who had one of the more impressive villainous turns in Mr. Brooks. I went with Kevin Costner.
Oh,
Mr. Brooks. Yeah.
that was good. And you could even throw, even though Criminal, like his acting in Criminal was so fantastic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Costner's not one I would not have thought of.
It'll
but-
make more sense when I
it would
get
work.
to my Connery role.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It's somebody who's gonna hit up against him well. Okay, gotcha.
Nathan said Jim Caviezel.
Oh, he plays a great good guy, because come on, Jesus. And but
It's like
he also plays
technically
a
the ultimate good guy,
he
right?
plays a good bad guy as well, which he doesn't done very often.
No, he was definitely they were trying to groom him more towards the leading man hero type
Yeah.
for a while there.
Hey, Nathan, pick a movie that you want to recast and we'll have you on
There you go.
because this would be fun. I was going to invite him on because he's doing this, but I thought he's not going to have anything ready, so it's putting him on the spot.
Sure.
So pick a movie, Nathan. We'll have you on.
Sure.
For my M, I stuck with my Lost connection. I don't know
Okay.
why I was thinking Lost, but I went with Michael Emerson.
Nice.
That's a nice pull. That is a nice pull. The guy can be intense.
Yep.
But still pull off the nice guy routine.
Even that character, he comes across at the beginning, nice, and he flips.
Oh yeah.
He
was definitely M-ish.
He flips twice. He's the leader of the bad guys. Then he's like, we're the good guys.
Yep. So yeah, that's my pick for M.
And that's interesting. Caviezel and Emerson worked together on that. There was
Person
that
of
show.
interest.
Yeah.
Yes.
See, we knew it. All right, now we're up to Tom Sawyer.
Ooh.
Tom Sawyer. Yeah, this one was also a little bit tough for me, only because trying to think of someone who's like a younger actor who's not already like kind of stuck in a certain frame. You know, my gut immediately said Tom Holland. No,
Me too.
Like,
Okay, mine too, and I picked him.
well, you really you picked Tom Holland?
I
I
went
did.
from him to Chris Pine to my choice.
Just because Devil All the Time, he showed his older side, like how he could make himself look older.
Okay,
still have to see that.
Yeah, I haven't checked that one out either. I do want to see Cherry.
Yes, I want to see that
looks
too,
interesting.
but I haven't.
So
So yeah, I gave into my base desires, and Tom's back in this. That's
Sure.
2 in a row I've cast that guy.
all right. Well, I was thinking, okay, who's another young guy, you know, and whatnot. I went with Ansel Elgort from
nice.
Baby Driver.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I really, really liked him, Baby Driver. I haven't seen him in anything else
Tom
though.
Sawyer look weird though with a Walkman.
He's good in Fault in Our Stars, November Criminals.
I know Fault in the Stars is like his breakout role. That's the first thing everybody goes to. But I know he did a movie called Jonathan where he plays, at least the trailers show, like he's playing somebody with multiple personalities.
Ooh, I've
So
heard of that.
when the daytime one goes to sleep,
Oh.
the nighttime one takes
That's
over.
just how good he is. It's actually James McAvoy,
Played by Gary Oldman.
right?
Holy. But yeah, I really like Ansel Elgort. I think he needs a big action piece. I think Baby Driver was pretty awesome and had some good action, but it was mostly car action, and that's just Fast and the Furious shit.
Yeah.
And they're apparently doing a Baby Driver 2, and I'm not looking forward to that.
Sometimes you can't make a sequel, and you just
Well,
got to accept it.
I have a feeling Baby Driver 2 is going to be part of the Fast and Furious universe in some way.
Well, Nathan said Orlando Bloom.
Oh,
He looks young.
he does still, even though he's already in his 30s, he does still have that fresh face. So he
Is he in his
could
30s or
possibly.
40s? I can't remember.
He's at least
Yeah.
30s.
Yeah.
I think 40s actually, because remember Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah. Well, Lord of the Rings was his first acting gig.
Yep.
And when was the first Lord
And
of the Rings?
Troy.
Yeah.
First Lord of the Rings. Ooh, I know.
03?
The third one was late 2003.
Oh, okay.
So,
So
the second,
Probably
it's been
2000.
20 years.
Yes,
So
it
yeah,
is.
he's probably pushing 40 if he's not over it.
Maybe he was 12 in Lord of the Rings.
No, I think he was 18 fresh out of film school.
How about, I'm guessing maybe 44?
thank you, Nathan.
Thanks, Nathan.
Nathan, we think alike.
He's our guy in the chair.
Right?
So who do you got?
Oh, okay. For my Tom Sawyer, like I said, I had originally thought of Tom Holland, then I went to Chris Pine, and then I went to a guy who actually has a connection to Tom Holland because he plays his dad in the movie The Lost City of Zed. I went with Charlie Hunnam,
Ooh.
Sons of
I'm in.
Anarchy.
Yeah.
I might
Yeah.
have a thing for the show, maybe.
It's Hunnam. Yeah.
Coincidence. I wasn't even thinking Sons of Anarchy because I've seen him in so many other things. And the very first thing I saw him in, he was doing an American accent, and I didn't know he was British. And that was the movie with Katie Holmes, Abandon.
Oh, okay.
That was his big breakout hit.
Check out 3, 2, 1, Frankie Go Boom.
Yeah.
Look at him a totally different way.
Ron Perlman a different way.
Ron Perlman.
And try and find him in Children of Men.
See, I'm so sad with all of us as Canadians. That should have been Geddy Lee for Tom Sawyer, but anyway, Rodney Skinner.
Oh, I did consider maybe putting like somebody from Letterkenny in there at some point, but I just couldn't do it. All right, my Skinner, Invisible Man. I went with Joseph Gilgan.
Doesn't matter who you pick. You don't see him.
Yes, but the voice.
Oh, I know.
No,
I'm
man,
kidding.
Who's
Trust me.
that?
Joseph Gilgan. He played Cassidy the Vampire on Preacher. If you ever saw Lockout, the space station prison, which was technically ripped off. Luc Besson ripped that story off from James Cameron. There was a big court battle about it. I don't care. I love that movie. And Joseph Gilgan plays this psycho dude. He just causes all the shit. He's fantastic, especially as Cassidy on Preacher, though. Like, he was amazing in that role. And I think he would be an awesome Skinner. He's just got that night. He knows how to work that sleaze factor, and Skinner needs that sleaze factor.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
He's a good pull.
Good call.
Yeah. He was kind of the first one that came to mind, honestly.
Oh, dear. Greg's
here.
Here
Goes Greg.
Hey, everyone. How's everyone doing? Welcome to the second non-COVID times Jason out of the bed and out of the town episode, the movie Madhouse. It's a madhouse. Thank you, Greg. Yep, we got him out of bed. He's not happy, but he's out of bed.
No, this being sober thing while podcasting is kind of weird.
I don't like it.
Yeah. All right, who do you got, James?
I was trying to find a really funny quote from Lockout where I'm getting beaten by a guy named blah blah. I can't remember. Guy Pearce is hilarious in that.
He was so great.
Okay, my Rodney Skinner, I went with, it's one of my favorite actors, big deal, but he also has a very good voice that you'd like to hear coming out of The Invisible Man. It's Colin Farrell.
Dude, I almost picked him. I picked a different character for him, but I had him down.
You get the manic kind of dialogue that he puts in Bruges.
Oh,
yeah. Or even Bullseye.
Yeah.
So,
or Seven Psychopaths.
There's a deleted scene of Bullseye crammed on an airplane and he flicks the peanut to deflect and kills the old lady next to him.
Yeah.
And he just keeps talking to himself, and then his accent changes. Why am I talking Scottish? Well, he's fucking Irish. Oh, God, I think it was Tom Leatherdale and I were watching the deleted scenes, and that one came up. We kept turning that one back and just laughing our asses off.
Jeez, James, you and your love affair with Colin Farrell.
Yeah, I know.
What can I say?
Where's your fan club membership card?
It's at home with Colin's picture. Like I said, I literally had him on my list for about 4 days and then switched it up because I thought he would tackle a different character a little better.
Well, fair enough.
But for this one, I still wanted someone with the accent because you're right. When I first saw Rodney Skinner, the guy that plays it, I can't remember his name, but he's
Tony Curran.
There we go. He's got that accent, and Colin was the first person I thought of. It's like, okay, well, who else?
I was trying to think of just someone an actor I love to listen to.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm sticking with a Lost theme. Although,
did you watch Lost this week?
No, I haven't seen it since forever. But you could also say Lord of the Rings because I picked Dominic Monaghan.
Oh,
nice.
After watching Pet, there's that twisted little side.
Yeah,
and
I forgot about him in Pet.
Right?
Yeah.
So sorry, I was reading Greg's comment. Do you still have that picture of Colin above your bed, James? Let's be honest. Just kidding. Couldn't not say it. But yeah, I think it would be not only that, but don't judge him.
I'm waiting for an answer. Do you still have it?
No, I've never had a Colin Farrell poster. I wish I did. I wish I had
He's not saying a poster.
I wish I had
a picture above your bed.
Anyway,
he's still not answering the question.
No, he's not.
I just said no.
He's such a politician.
No, the only poster I really ever had above my bed was the big ass Joker Dark Knight poster. But that's against the wall now. That
brings up far more questions than Colin Farrell. Okay. So anyway, Dominic Monaghan, blah, blah, blah. Now we go on to Captain Nemo.
Captain Nemo, this is one had to be culturally sensitive, right?
No.
Well, I did. Because as I mentioned to Rob, I don't think you were in the room yet. When I tackle these recastings, I'm thinking in my mind, if it were to actually recast it today.
Oh yeah.
Okay. This isn't fantasy casting. This is my attempt at actual recasting.
I actually looked up Captain Nemo, and it's like it was initially you didn't know where he was from, and then later it was established as Indian because they look who's played it. Patrick Stewart has played Captain Nemo.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, I know. And that's what kind of steered my direction because I did have a few other names in the list, but then I decided to keep it culturally sensitive, and I decided to go with someone who, at this point in his career, because I think he stepped away from Hollywood for a little while, kind of got into the political scene.
Okay.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
No, Cal Penn.
Oh, yeah.
One half of Harold and Kumar.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was working in the White House.
He
for
was,
a while.
yes, he was a part of like an arts committee or something for Osama bin Laden or Osama bin. Oh my god! Oh my god, that was
Culturally
bad.
sensitive.
I apologize. I am so sorry.
No mic for you anymore.
Oh my god, I can't believe it. Oh. Holy cow! I am so
The views of Jason
sorry.
do not necessarily reflect those of the movie.
Oh my god!
My goodness.
Oh wow!
Pam says, "Hi guys, this movie I thought was great back in the day,
I agree.
especially with that guy Cal that worked for Osama." Right?
Anyways, yes, Cal Penn was my Captain Nemo. I'm done.
Oh boy.
James, quickly.
Okay. I went with looks a guy who looks like he would make a great Captain Nemo. I initially thought of Tony Shalhoub.
Oh, Tony, that's a cool idea.
But I went with this one guy. He plays the terrorist in. This is no connection to. No, there's a Ridley Scott movie that's a favorite of mine, Body of Lies, with like Russell Crowe and Leonardo DiCaprio, and the main terrorist they're going after, Al Salim, is played by this guy. If you haven't seen Body of Lies, you've seen Dark Knight Rises. You remember the nuclear physicist that Bane hauls out and says like, "What is this? And who can turn it off?"
Yep.
He's like, "I can." Then breaks his neck. It's this guy. It's an actor named Alon Aboutboul, and he just has a really, really, really good voice. And I think the look, you throw a huge beard on him or whatever, like in League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, he had a sizable beard, and I think he could pull off a good Captain Nemo.
Nice.
But there's only really those two movies that I remember him from.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, I went in a different direction because I remember Patrick Stewart
You're
played
going to be
him.
culturally insensitive in a different
I'm
direction.
gonna Hollywood whitewash.
Okay. All right.
This is the role I chose for Colin Farrell
Really?
because
Okay.
I thought he could be very interesting playing this role if you put the beard on him and have him
Yeah.
be very straight, you know?
Yeah.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So,
And very quirky too, if you wanted him to be.
and it's just outside of his normal characters that you see him
Yeah.
play, you know?
An authority
Yeah.
figure, you know,
Yep.
and someone that people look up to.
Nathan said Christoph Waltz.
That's a great pull.
Yeah,
That is a fantastic pull.
that would be very cool.
Definitely.
I'm curious about the movie he's going to pick now.
Yeah, very curious. Yeah, sometime during the episode, just shoot that movie to us there, Nathan, and we'll get you prepped. Let me see. So that means we are now on Dr. Jekyll.
Dr. Jekyll.
Ooh.
So you need Mousy. You need an intellectual. You do not a badass scientist. You need the everyday guy. Well, I went with Daniel Radcliffe
Oh, nice.
because you don't get more normal looking than Daniel Radcliffe, in my opinion.
Yeah, horns.
Exactly.
Or Victor Frankenstein.
Right? Actually, yeah, he looks very normal there.
Oh God, McAvoy's slamming him up against the wall to fix his back and everything. Like, oh my, yeah. But yeah, I think Radcliffe could bring a nice touch to Jekyll, and then you get to see a hulked up CGI version of him for Hyde, and all the Potter fans will freak out. Oh, he's using some sort of blah 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 spell because I don't know Harry Potter enough.
Oh, Nathan says I'll high five on that one. Yep.
All right.
Yeah, he likes that pick too. James.
I kept trying to think of another guy to replace him, but I kept coming back around to the actor I picked because he's already doing this in Venom, Tom Hardy.
Sure.
Yeah.
Have either of you seen the new trailer?
Oh, yes.
It's a red one. Yeah.
I am so pumped for that movie.
It looks insane.
I am so pumped for that movie.
I'm hoping that the visual style we're seeing in that trailer is what we're going to get on the screen, because the actual effect that they're using for the symbiotes looks stunning.
And they finally show a shot of Carnage firing stuff.
Yes. Yeah, right after I'll let you eat everybody. Okay.
Promise.
My favorite part of that whole thing is, no, you can't eat Mrs. Chang. What?
Oh yeah. But yeah, Tom Hardy, come on, that's another guy that you can't do no wrong. Like, I have yet to see anything that he hasn't been great in.
I could think about 6 roles in here I think he could nail. You know,
oh yeah,
the guy is all around.
I could have put him in as Tom Sawyer.
Yep, probably. I again went in a different direction because I was thinking of presence more than body size or anything like that.
Sure.
Because I'm thinking MCU, we can Steve Rogers him.
Oh yeah.
You know, I picked Clancy Brown.
Oh. Nice. Still going with a little bit more of an intimidating scientist look.
Yep.
Which I think is kind of a more traditional appeal.
Right.
You know,
but then you get the morphed out one and you could exaggerate the faces and that's there's a comment. But that's kind of what I was thinking. That was the first thing. He said Taboo was amazing.
Taboo. I don't know what that is or who that is.
I don't know either.
I have seen a movie called Taboo, but it didn't have Tom Hardy or Clancy Brown. It had Nick Stahl.
Maybe that's the movie he's picking. We'll find out.
Okay. Yeah, because that might require homework.
But yeah, I thought, like, who better than Mr. Krabs to...
Really? You're going to go Mr. Krabs?
I gotta go
you
Mr.
don't go Kurgan? You don't go to Kurgan?
Kurgan is another one. Okay.
Pet Sematary 2.
Pet Sematary 2.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So I like I said, I went that way because you can shrink him. Effects are there for it.
Definitely.
So, okay, now we're starting to get to the meat and potatoes. Mina Harker.
Okay, now I'm really digging this actress's work lately, so that's why she came to the forefront immediately. And you know, the brain first wanted to go the Margot Robbie direction. No, that's like low hanging fruit. No, Lena Headey.
Oh,
Game of Thrones, Dread. I just revisited The Purge. Come on, Lena Headey would make a fantastic Mina Harker. She could play that whole aristocrat air to her, and then rip your throat out.
Only women give birth, or only Spartans give birth to real men. See, that's aristocratic right there.
So she could, Lena Headey, I think, would be.
I'm surprised she's never played a vampire before.
Maybe she has, just haven't seen it.
I'm gonna look that up.
She definitely has. What I would call vampiric features.
Statuesque, right?
Oh, Tom Hardy's TV show, not a movie.
Oh yes, okay.
I've never heard of it.
I've seen the first couple episodes of that. It was created by the same guy who put Tom Hardy in Peaky Blinders.
Okay.
Cool. It's where like a prodigal son comes back. He's been away in like the wild, some savage place, and comes back to claim his inheritance or something. I watched the first couple episodes and it looks really good. I just haven't gone back to it. It's like 6 or 8 episodes.
I might have to look for that.
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up.
It's Tom Hardy. I'm in.
But yeah, Lena Headey, I think, is a great pick.
Yeah, she is really showing. She might be getting typecast in a villain role a lot,
maybe.
You know, a little bit. But
Nathan has a suggestion.
You need to watch it.
All right, all caps too.
Oh, apparently, Lena Headey's in Masters of the Universe too.
Oh yeah, she was the voice of Evelyn.
Yep.
That's another reason why I'm still digging her.
Yeah,
because the voice casting in Masters of the Universe, everybody was phenomenal. So, especially Tony Todd.
I'm gonna watch it because I want to make a,
Sure. Yep.
Do I get mad at Kevin?
I know
or not?
you've admitted you've admitted you weren't a huge He-Man fan, so
I never watched it as a kid,
But you did watch Saturday Morning Cartoons.
Yeah, and so I probably watched parts of it.
You're gonna know the vibe, and you're gonna feel that vibe.
I know Man of War. I know the what's his Jungle Cat or whatever. Like
Man at Arms, Battle Cat.
There we go. Yeah,
Tequila. Yes. The only character that I remember from
floating
back in the day, Orko.
There we go.
Orko has some great moments. The only character that I remember from the old show that's not revisited at all is Ram Man.
Really?
Yeah. Ram Man was just a dude who sprung forward. He wore just a solid iron helmet and just fired himself at people.
See, I don't remember him in the cartoon, but I remember the action figure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Click. Yes.
All right. Who do you got for Mina Harker, James?
And I can't remember why I picked her, but looks and physicality, maybe. I went Emily Blunt.
I'm not gonna say no
Because I kept trying to think like, whoa, I could do Kate Beckinsale. No, she's done the vampire thing tons.
Selena.
I'm gonna like Winona Ryder. No, she played Mina Harker in Bram Stoker's Dracula. And I'm like, what the hell?
But Emily Blunt, we've seen her do action.
Yep.
And we've seen her play Mary Poppins
Once or twice. And she can play a quiet role. Just saying.
Have you seen Edge of Tomorrow?
Oh yeah, it's awesome.
Edge of oh, that's the
Tom Cruise.
fight,
live, die,
repeat.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, she was great in that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, that's
That's
Emily
a good
Blunt.
pick.
Absolutely.
Mine was picked more by looks. When I started watching the movie, this is the first person I thought of. She's the first person I put down, and I haven't been able to change her since. And like I said, it's solely because she so much resembles this character. But after watching Orange is the New Black, I absolutely adore her acting. It's Laura Prepon from that 70s show.
Yes.
Oh, interesting.
Donna.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because she has such a resemblance to the actress that plays Mina.
I could definitely
already.
see that.
Petta Wilson.
Yeah.
I would like to see her. I would really like to see her do something like that. She's an actress that stood out back in the day, was that 70s show. And then, yes, Orange is the New Black. She was phenomenal.
Yep.
So, yeah, I would love to see something like that from her.
All right. Dorian Gray.
A lot of people would consider this to almost be the main character kind of thing because of the weight that the character has. So I had to think of somebody who's a good looking dude, and he's going to be able to pull the attitude and pull off the action. Zac Efron.
Oh, interesting.
You want Dorian Gray? Check out his turn as Ted Bundy.
Oh, I still have to
in
see that
wicked, vile movie on Netflix.
Yeah. He was great.
Mesmerizing.
But Dorian Gray with an American accent? Dude.
He can do accents. He's an actor.
Dude.
He's an actor.
Dude.
He's an actor. They do
I've
acting.
met actors that can't do accents.
True. Wait a minute. I have my Shrek-ish.
Oh, look, we have comments. Pam says Karen Gillan as Mina.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, that would be very good.
Yeah.
Nathan says Mila Jovovich.
You're-
And she has that facial.
Yep.
Yeah, like
She's
the
done
thin.
She's done a vampire. at
Yeah, she
least
did
once.
Ultraviolet.
I don't know if she was a vampire in the Hellboy reboot.
I can't
Blood-
remember.
don't know.
What exactly is a blood queen?
Doesn't matter. It's Mila Jovovich. You're not losing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I still remember her first big role in Cuffs.
I still haven't seen
See,
that.
the first thing I remember her in was Dazed and Confused.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Dazed and Confused was first.
Return to Blue Lagoon.
But yeah. Oh, yeah, there is that. Good pick, Nathan. All right. Who's your Dorian?
I went with, as Jason
Colin
said,
Farrell.
like the good-looking actor that can carry himself like that, but also has a timeless quality to him. Johnny Depp.
Ooh.
Equally good and villainous roles.
I don't dispute that. My issue with it is I think him and Stuart Townsend look too much alike.
But see, I find Johnny be able to do is he good? Is he bad? Just by watching him so well.
Yes, absolutely. Johnny would be able to play that role and have you always second guessing it.
Yep.
At every moment.
But I picked Laura because of her, like how much she resembles that actress.
True.
Akita.
True.
So I would say yes. It's kind of why I picked who I picked too.
right.
And who did you pick?
I picked a gentleman that's oh my God, English, not. Why can't I think of the words? No
Well, we can-
stranger
No.
to being a bad guy, but yet people love him.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Exactly.
Samuel L. Jackson.
You guys are good. I picked both of them.
Chris Jericho.
Tom Hiddleston.
Oh.
To me, that feels like my Margot Robbie idea for Mina. It's just too there.
Somebody should ask Tom Hiddleston if that's where Loki came from.
See, that's what I was thinking. That's why I couldn't get off of him, and I tried.
Well,
Sure.
I imagine a lot of women share that sentiment.
And men, he's gender fluid. He's gender
Not
fluid.
Quite what I was going to say. I'd say a bit too old looking for Dorian Gray. I
For
think
Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp, yeah.
Which, maybe, but makeup and whatnot, they can do wonders.
But,
so.
but a lot of my cast is not exactly super young. So.
But look at Michael Douglas in Infinity War. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Or sorry, not Infinity War, Endgame.
Endgame, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that was like China. What was it? The Andromeda Strain era.
Yeah, exactly. And that's where it's beautiful. They have those films to look back on, so they know exactly what Michael Douglas looked like, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And technology for that has grown so much over the last few years in particular.
Exactly. Yeah. Dorian is supposed to look young and boyish. And yeah, you could. Oh, Ryan Reynolds.
I don't think people will be able to see.
I don't think
Dorian
he
Gray.
could play it. He can't. I've never seen him do a dead serious other than Buried. You know, okay, maybe he could.
I think he
Yeah.
could, but I think he's just that. It's Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
You can't see anybody but Deadpool when you see Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
Like,
Sadly, that is so true right
you know,
now. You know.
But have you seen the latest stuff that they put out for Free Guy? Because Free Guy comes out in a couple weeks. Have you seen the other Ryan Reynolds?
The bro or
They
dude
make like this big bro version to go after him. And it's so they're just photoshopping Ryan's face on some big jack dude.
I'm looking that up.
It looks weird, but it looks good.
I love what they did with
He pops up and he says catchphrase, and then you see Taika Waititi saying, "Yeah, I haven't figured out his catchphrase yet."
I love what they did with Meek though, Korg. There we go. You know, that little interaction back and forth.
Yeah.
Yes. That's officially Deadpool's first stint in the MCU now.
Yep. I wonder if that's canon.
It is.
Check that out.
It is. That is considered his first MCU.
But it's a commercial.
It still counts because of Korg. It counts.
Look who started that rumor. I bet you it was Ryan Reynolds.
Okay. You're saying it's wrong?
Alan Quatermain. Here we go.
Again, I struggled.
Need to replace Sean Connery.
I struggled. Now, yes, the first name that comes to mind for which I would think was anybody, and I'm going to apologize now if I'm spoiling either one of your answers. Liam Neeson.
Not spoiling mine.
Okay, but I know Neeson has said he's done doing action roles. He's too old. He can't do it anymore.
Hey, Sean was 73 when he did this movie.
That's true, but Neeson has said recently he's done doing action. So I took him out of that
Until
equation.
the paycheck comes in.
That is true. But I'm thinking who looks older, grizzled, who could pull it off. Now, my only question is I haven't seen enough of his acting chops to know if he can pull off like an accent or whatever. But for looks and ability, Stephen Lang.
He has a gruffness to him.
Yes, he does.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But again, I haven't seen him play anything but an American. So can he do accents? Could he pull off?
But Alan Quatermain,
he was British.
But
ish.
You had Richard Chamberlain, who's American, played him for years.
That's true. Did he have an accent in those movies? I don't remember watching them. So no? Okay. Well,
Elijah Wood. I is that for Dorian Gray, Nathan? I think it might be. And Pam said Dennis Quaid.
For Dorian Gray?
No, for Quatermain.
Quatermain?
Oh.
Yeah.
Quaid. Maybe. That one's tough to picture.
He's got the grizzled look now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, Come on,
Gary Oldman.
Gary Oldman.
He's my answer for every role.
Gary Oldman is everybody's alternate pick for every single role. When
Mina
we do
Harker,
this.
Gary Oldman.
Yes,
I'm surprised
Gary
I didn't
Oldman.
think of him for M.
Gary Oldman, we can pick for any role. Period.
Mhm.
We should just maybe you should put that in the title. Gary Oldman plays everything.
Recasting League of Extraordinary Gentlemen without Gary Oldman.
There you go. There you go. So yeah, Steve. I think Stephen Lang might be able to pull it off. Again, it's hard to get past Connery. It really is.
Yeah.
You know, it almost feels like sacrilegious.
He's got a similar look to Sean Connery.
Yes.
And it's the white hair and everything.
The grizzle and yep.
Route 66. There we go. I don't know what that means though. I'm just trying to play along to make it look like I'm smart.
Wasn't that referenced in True Romance or something?
True
or
Romance.
Is there a movie? Gary Oldman? Maybe I'm wrong.
No, that's Drexel.
I don't know. Anyways,
Drexel didn't talk about any roads.
I don't remember. I'm making shit up again.
James.
Okay, so like the old grizzled guy, yeah, that too. But mine's also a perfect foil for my M role, Moriarty, which was Kevin Costner, and they were at odds in a movie that I still stand by as a great action thriller, 3,000 Miles to Graceland. I went with Kurt Russell.
He looks too much like Santa Claus. Like even when he's not playing Santa Claus.
He doesn't have to have the epic beard.
Oh, Gary Oldman has a movie called Interstate 66.
Oh, okay.
Does he?
Apparently.
I think I remember that name because I always go through IMDb and I think I remember that name.
Kurt Russell. It's Connery. Okay. I can't get past Connery, so I can't picture anyone else. I struggle with it. I'm not saying Russell couldn't do it. I can't picture past Connery.
Oh, fair enough.
It's a mental block.
I just wish he didn't look like Santa Claus. Like literally.
Shave off the beard.
That's
Shave off the beard.
I don't think he ever will now.
I haven't seen his two Santa Claus movies, but the two movies I saw him in with the epic beard were Bone Tomahawk and The Hateful Eight. So,
the Hateful Eight. Forgot about it.
Did he have the beard? No, he had the beard in Guardians too.
Oh, he did too.
Yeah,
but it was a lot less pronounced.
Yeah, and I think what might be hurting Wyatt a little bit is the fact that he's got the beard and he's looking too much like his dad.
Well, Nathan said, if I can't have Gary Oldman, I want James Spader, and that is a great pick.
Yes.
Yeah. Ooh, Spader as M.
Or as
or
just as Skinner. That voice alone.
Another guy.
Yeah, that voice. It's Ultron. Look at we heard the voice for Ultron.
Yep. Yeah. The store manager from Mannequin. Right, there we go. I picked someone because I was lost. So I thought, and then it dawned on me. It's
Matthew Fox.
Yes.
Terry O'Quinn.
Because it's from Lost, right? I thought it would be a great matchup again, but then I realized he never fights Dr. Jekyll.
Okay.
But I went Chris Lambert.
Oh.
All
right.
Because he has that European accent.
Sure.
Not necessarily English, but European.
I can't even remember the last film I've seen from him, though.
I know, me either.
Like, where did he go?
I don't know.
He had a few episodes in the later seasons of Blacklist.
Mel Gibson. Did you guys see Fat? I loved Fat Man.
Fat Man was great. Fat Man has instantly become a rewatch for me every Christmas.
Oh yeah, I watch it at Easter too, just cause But yeah, no, great pick there. That I could see that.
Yeah,
as long as he doesn't try and be Scottish.
Well,
we'll let him pretend to be Australian. We'll stick with that.
Pretend to be.
It's actually funny. I go back and watch Lethal Weapon now, and you can see him fighting the Australian accent.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Now you listen to him in interviews. There's nothing for accent.
It's totally gone.
Yeah. So that's what I mean. We'll let him pretend to be Australian because you'll have a better luck with that one.
You think he can still pull it out?
I think he could. Just like Liam Neeson. If the dollars are there, you're going to hear it.
True. True. So, yeah. Like, it can't get past damn Connery.
I know.
You know?
This was a nasty pick for
Not that
recasting.
this
just
is
for him.
even considered to be like Connery's best. It's just known as his
No.
last, but it's Connery.
Yep.
Like if we ever have to try and recast Untouchables, I'm out.
Next week, tune in.
I don't think that'd be that difficult, but I think that movie's just
I
all right.
I would have a hard time with Malone. I would. I'll confess that right now.
Yeah. It's they're iconic, right? How do you step new feet into those shoes? That's the problem.
Yeah, who would you pick for him?
We're not doing it now, Rob.
Dang. I wrote it down. I'm going to pick some people out of that and might be on our list one day.
All right.
I've already thrown up another movie.
Yep.
I don't know what guest we'll have on for it.
Okay.
But what was I watching? Oh, just a YouTube video about a guy who goes to set locations.
Okay.
And he went to Santa Clarita.
Santa Clarita.
Yes, the murder capital of the world, the town that doesn't exist. But
I only know it from that TV show with Drew Barrymore that I never watched.
Oh wait, no, what was it called in the show? Ah, dang it! Santa Clarita is where it was actually filmed.
Okay.
That's it. Santa.
You talking about Lost Boys?
I am.
Okay.
The only thing about blah blah blah. What the hell's the name of that town?
Because they show the sign of it, and then they get around to the back, murder capital of the world.
Isn't it
Santa's Workshop? I don't know.
Oh, I don't want to look it up because I should know this.
Nathan commented he's met Mel Gibson.
I've met Mel Gibson when he was filming Hacksaw Ridge. Give him a call, man.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Tell him you have a podcast you think he should be on.
Yeah. We're available.
Just saying.
It's not Santa Rosa.
We'll have him on to do a top 10 list. Top 10 Mel Gibson movies. I'd love to see his list for that.
Yeah. I can't remember.
I can't remember.
Either, but Lost Boys, that'll be fun. That'll be fun.
Ah, there we go. Santa Cruz.
It's not Santa Cruz.
Wait. Santa Cruz is where it was filmed. What is the name?
Oh,
Nathan, you're officially cool now.
He's got the Pam stamp of approval.
Yep. You were not Pam.
Santa Carla.
Santa Carla. That's it.
Had to look it up, but that was too painful.
Santa Carla. Let's just say if all the dead people stood up, we'd have a population problem. I love that.
No, that's one to look forward to.
Yes.
Now I know next week. So
I am excited for next week's.
I'm going to be rewatching next week's film.
The Thing. We're having Mitch on from Drag Mitch to Hell, and we're going to drag him through hell trying to recast The Thing.
And I think Mitch is just going to be constantly, nah, at Stephen. So,
I got the film. You didn't. Did you see the blurb I put down for the description for that episode when we posted it?
No.
Yep. The boys are joined by Stefan while we recast his favorite movie, Blade Runner. I couldn't help it. So yes, Mitch next week with The Thing.
The Thing.
And then who knows what happens after that. I got a hold of Benner, and Benner wants to do a movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
He hasn't told me which one yet.
Okay.
But
it's another recast one.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Looks like we're going to be in recast world for a little bit.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
That's
fine.
I don't know. It just popped up, and now people are like, "I want to come on."
Sure.
Like, okay,
we get different perspectives. And
but see, now when we have our guests, we can give them the option. Do you want to recast a movie or do a top 10 list?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Options.
It's all about options.
Yep.
So Nathan, you still haven't told us what movie you want to do, and we'll have you on the show. Okay.
Yep. Just shoot a message right now.
Yes. We'll wait. I don't see it, Nathan. Still waiting. Okay, we'll get back to that.
Okay.
Wait, it just vibrated. Oh, no, it's not him. I thought that's awesome. All right. Well, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. He just said that's going to take some thinking.
All right.
Okay, well, you got 2 hours. Go. Actually, you got at least a week because next week is The Thing.
Yes.
And we have Lost Boys if you want to do it.
Sure.
You had tossed out Usual Suspects.
Yes.
That would be an interesting one.
The thing you just got to watch for is, I feel like 10 is a good number for casting. So you got to make sure that the film has 10 nototable characters to cast.
Right.
I'm not sure about Usual Suspects. It's been a long time since
I'm
I
not
watched
sure
it.
either, but I think this was before we.
There's at least 7.
This is before we had gone with 10. So
yeah, Lost Boys has 9.
Has 9?
Yeah.
Oh, we can make that work.
Yeah.
Especially
The Thing has 12.
Oh, you could count the dude playing the saxophone. 9 actors and 1 musical performer.
Still believe.
Yeah, there we go.
Tim
For
Capello.
Lost Boys, we recast the band. Who could be a freaky band? What band do you think you could get up there to do something really freaking weird with?
AC/DC, they're still around.
Well, most of them.
Oh, that's why it's going to take some thinking. Exactly. All right, everybody. Well, for another week at the Movie Madhouse, I'm Rob.
I'm James.
I'm Jason.
And we'll see you all later.
Bye.
Toodles.
I say, shut up! It's a madhouse!